For me and my family, peace is always an option. But today, choose violence. Now in a can.
Do you have any information on what they stole?
I don't know. But as long as they don't touch the peanut butter, because I did stuff to it.
Look at you being all awake and stuff. You're reading words, and you probably aren't even stabbing anybody right now. You deserve a coffee, you little ray of sunshine.
I don't tell if I don't do stopping this out my lifestyle. I don't tell if I do that, I don't even know if you go without the beginning.
I'm Judy. I have cafe. Come for breakfast.
Hey folks, Mike Barron here. Every time we do a crowdfunder, we place it on Fund My Comic because Luke Stone is a great guy. He's a stand-up guy. And most importantly, Fund My Comic is very comic creator friendly. They won't kick you off if some purple-haired freak writes in and tells them to kick you off. His fees are also very low. I recommend Fund My Comic for any comic or graphic novel projects you intend to do.
In the middle of the night or early Friday morning, depending upon where you are in the world, a group of experienced comics professionals get together to examine and instruct about the art form that they love. That's great comic artwork on Comics by Night, Fridays at 5 a.m. Eastern, here on the Indie Comics Network, indiecomicsnetwork.com.
What was that? This is not a charade.
never understand why this does the things it does.
Yeah, it always starts in the wrong configuration.
Yeah.
That drives me crazy.
It's almost like it's got problems.
Lots of problems.
Lots and lots of problems. But yet, here we are, guys.
Here we are.
Still using it. We're
Still using it.
using StreamYard like the black-eyed girl in an abusive relationship. We stay.
Yep.
Because we just
Yep.
don't think we can find someone better.
Well,
Good.
Restream
They'll
is
change, they
supposedly coming up,
promise.
but I haven't tried it lately. It was pretty far behind last time I checked.
What's that now?
It's called
Restream?
Restream. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. It was pretty weak before.
Yeah, they couldn't even like do like a animated GIF logo or whatever. That was like
Right. Yeah.
you can't even figure that out. I don't think you're gonna be able to. They had some cool options, but they had like the wrong options, you know.
Guys, there's a name I haven't seen for a while. We got Ray Haylock in the chat.
Ray
Hey.
Look
Haylock.
at that.
In a minute.
Welcome, Conrad.
At what time is it in Australia?
It's in
What
the
are they,
afternoon.
12 hours?
Good morning
Oh,
from Dr.
wow.
Mask.
Okay.
Dr.
Retro
Mask in the
Elixir.
house.
It's Dr. Mesk. Yep.
Every time I see his name, it reminds me of Sweeney Todd.
Mm.
You know.
Reminds me of
Right,
like
so-
Mask of the Black Death or Red Death, I think. The Poe. Poe story.
It's almost midnight there.
Ah,
It's 11:41 p.m.
yeah,
He's
he's a
coding
coding
late.
nerd. So
You know, coding.
when he's not
So we've
making
got-
kids, evidently.
I'm just gonna tease it a little bit. We'll talk about it more a little bit later.
Yeah.
So guys, spread out the word. If you guys got questions about some of the updates we're gonna be making with my comic,
Yep.
guys. All right, I've been bad. I've kept it quiet.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Our developers have been reworking on an entirely new back-end solution for all of the needs that we have. Several of the things obviously we've paid for to have done, but there were several other ideas that just were really good ideas, and they went ahead and put together some new things. We are in the process of building out an instance under this new structure, this new infrastructure, and we will be testing it in the next week or two, over
Cool.
the next week or two, not in,
Right.
over the next week or two. I expect, they said I'll have access to just start poking around and having some fun with it. Probably.
So you're gonna have
by the
fun with the
weekend.
backside of FMC. Okay.
I'm gonna have some fun with the
Gotcha.
back end stuff. We're gonna do the back
Back
end
end
have
stuff.
some
We're gonna do
fun,
back
yeah.
end stuff. Okay.
This stupid microphone keeps falling down. What's going on, man?
I had to take it there, man. It's required for your, it's just required, man.
Yeah, I mean, obviously. So, so we've got some, big updates coming.
Yeah.
A completely new user interface, more functionality. There's going to be the option for reoccurring pledges,
Yeah.
so that people can have like ongoing things, kind of like a Patreon.
Oh. That's a really good idea. I've never heard of
yeah,
another
yeah, it is.
crowdfunder have that. Yeah.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
So it's also going to have a full e-commerce functionality where we were very limited with what we could do with our e-commerce stuff, with the storefront. It's got a full marketplace functionality now.
Awesome.
We're going to be able to finally go into dark mode, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
most simple is like click it over. Like, well, it's just a thing to click. I'm like, yeah, but so we're finally gonna be able to. So some of the look and feel of the site. It's gonna be a lot different. The web UI and the everything around it is gonna be a little bit different. There's gonna be better,
one that I
order
get asked
tracking.
about most often is add-ons. We're gonna be able to do add-ons.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, in a sense. We need to play with the new infrastructure to see what all the e-commerce, how well that integrates with the crowdfunding, because essentially it could be we may have an opportunity to do more weight-based or item-based shipping additions and things like that.
Cool.
So I mean, it might function even more like a typical shopping cart would.
Yeah.
That's our hope, is that though it's going to be a crowdfunding and it's going to be based on this, more of a storefront look.
Well, people who are using FMC right now, one of the compliments that I see most often is that besides the interactivity and actually having customer service, which nobody does anymore, they do like the simplicity of it. So we can add like the functionality in without going too overboard with it.
Yeah, we're obviously not trying to make it complicated. We need to keep it simple.
Right.
But in order to make it simple for the users, it gets extremely complicated on the back end.
Yeah. That's what she said.
Yeah, the more.
Come on, man. I mean, it's there. It's there. I've got the tape.
That's what she said.
There you go. So yeah,
there you go.
But
Anyway.
seriously, so in order to make life easier for the user, it has become more complicated for the developers.
Right.
Thankfully, the new system, already, like I said, a lot of the things that we've already built and put into place are there, and it's going to also make upgrades a whole lot faster.
Right.
So when there are upgrades that we need to make, it's an API kind of formatted based approach, which Ray will understand this. So it's an API based approach. So it's going to be easier, like when we say, hey, we need this functionality to be able to, you can only add this if they've added this, So
It's
this
like going
only
from like
goes with that.
MS Word or MS Prompts to Windows, basically.
Yeah.
Instead of having to
So,
type in commands, you can just click on icons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people have been asking about add-ons, but truthfully, there's been a lot of other things that stacked up on top of add-ons.
Yeah.
Before that, a lot of it was that it they wanted to be able to do fulfillment easier.
Yeah.
And so this will allow for better fulfillment tracking, and it's even going to have some fulfillment tools in it, I am told. So
RJ from Critical Blast will be very happy to hear that.
yeah, I think he will. So yeah, so there's going to be a lot of functionality to it. That here, let me just kind of go over some of the details of what I know to be true as of my last email with the developers. So as of August, we will be able to power both fundraising platforms and marketplaces. So both pieces will be there. E-commerce platforms and multi-vendor marketplaces. A hybrid between the fundraising and the commerce platforms. Product pre-sales that transition into ongoing e-commerce. So basically the crowdfunding into a storefront automatically. Custom platform, well, that's just a note for me. There will also be some AI-driven fundraising and commerce workflows through MCP.
Good deal.
So it will allow to do fundraising, then pre-sale, then commerce. So you'll be able to seamlessly flow between those three aspects, making it pretty much a one-stop shop for you. New to the e-commerce infrastructure, that you're going to be able to do different products and product variants. Inventory management and reservations. Inventory is a big one that we've been looking for. Shopping cart and checkouts are improved. Orders and customer order history is going to be easier for not only the campaign managers to locate, but also for our admins to locate, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
Shipping, taxes, and discount codes. So we'll be able to calculate all three of those independently. There's also going to be fulfillment and shipping tracking in the built-in. Refund returns are going to be able to be done directly from the user interface. Digital products and downloads are going to be available from site, so you don't have to send out emails.
Cool.
So yeah, it'll be like automatically if they buy a PDF or if they have funded a PDF and then it funds and it goes out, it just automatically sends out those digital rewards.
Cool. That'll be very handy.
Commerce. So you'll have commerce reporting, so you'll be able to have full reports of all of that. Multi-vendor storefront and vending teams, so you'll be able to produce teams. Platform commissions and vendor settlements, but that's really just a note for back-end people. There's unified payments and in the infrastructure. So this one is the one that I've had the hardest time wrapping my head around. So they say the fundraising and commerce shares an underlying payment infrastructure, which means administrators now have a unified transaction visibility across contributions, no matter what they are. So kind of how we did before, but because everything's unified, they had started building out parts of the old system that were e-commerce and some that were crowdfunding, and now it's all integrated. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so some interesting things. They've also added additional payment processors so that if we wanted to, like if we needed to change, we could.
Yeah.
We're still trying to work out whether or not I can use multiple payment processors at a time. So we may be able to do the payment processor of the backer's choice or the,
Yeah, well, we get a lot of feedback
that gets a little
about
more
Stripe.
complicated.
Yeah.
That gets a little more complicated because of just those fees are different across the board.
Right.
So it's hard to say, what a straight fee is going to be. But we are looking at the possibility of being able to use multiple payment processors as an option for the storefronts and for those things. Let me see. I mean, we've got a lot of, there's just so many updates, and I've got so many different emails.
Yeah. Well, when FMC posted the list, they were getting some very positive feedback about it.
Nice.
Especially with them bugging the hell up on Indiegogo. Everything's buggy on Indiegogo now. And there's no customer service to be found. And so people are looking for an alternative, and here we are sitting there on the catbird seat. So
yeah, what I really like is that people can do like subscription-based stuff now.
that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will
Mask
still have
wants to
the
know, Dr. Mask wants to know where the target date is.
Well, like I said, I'm going to start playing with it over the next 2 weeks. And my goal is to get all of the bugs worked out enough.
Yeah.
So that we can, go ahead with the migration. Now, I will work closely with our development team over at Thrinacia to get the launch schedule, the migration schedule posted for everyone. It will probably cause problems.
Yeah.
So our goal is to try to not have problems caused as much as possible.
Right.
So the same APIs that are running the campaigns right now are going to run the new back end. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so it should just be we've got a shadow site that's working simultaneously with the one that's actually live. And then the day that we decide to migrate, it just migrates overnight, and the next morning everyone wakes up and they've got a new look and feel. I don't know how much of anything they'll have to update or change. There's still going to be the sort orders that they can change the orders of things. They can hide things the way they've done already. So all the functionality that we currently have, we will continue to have, but we'll have more. And so that's why over the next few weeks, couple weeks working with with this new instance, this kind of shadow site. I like to say shadow site. It sounds
some kind of
but working
ominous
with
and
that is
spyware.
Yeah, working with that is and with the intent is to get an idea of just how much of what parts of the campaigns are going to be impacted on the new UI.
Yeah.
And so I'm asking all of the questions, and I'll be getting all of the answers, and we'll make sure that as this rolls out, everyone knows. There will be times when I might shoot over some screenshots to our social media people so that they can post what kind of some of the things that we're looking at, like little teasers of what the new UI is going to look like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited about the new tools. I think it's going to be really good for all of the users that we currently have. I think it's going to answer a lot of the issues that people have said, hey, I would really like this. Now, I mean, our platform fee may have to pop back up to 3% for a little while.
Yeah.
To help cover some of the expense of all of this. So,
yeah, that was part of the announcement.
Yeah. So, but I still 3% still a lot lower than everyone else.
Yeah.
And as soon as we can be more competitive with that, we will be. Because it's not about getting rich. It's just about making a great site for everyone to use with all the tools that you guys need to be able to do this without having to pay for development on your own.
Well, we are developing a devoted group of creators who are using us like before they use anybody else, and are actually pushing our website on their shows, things like that. Like I did a FMC arena of Keith Morantz, I think his name is. Anyway, the Skylights campaign.
Right. Yeah.
And he had a good time on my show, and we showing the comic off, and it just sells itself. And Friday nights had a cancellation, so they called me, or they contacted P Bunny and said, you're running this show. Can we get this guy's contact information? And they put him on Friday nights, and he fulfilled the campaign.
Excellent.
Right there on Friday nights. So
Awesome, man. That's great.
yeah, and so it's happening. There's like a whole entire like strata of people who are using or like pushing FMC campaigns, independent of us. And I think if we could, I'm trying to make more connections with those guys and trying to maybe
absolutely
create
one
a
of the
funnel.
things that once this launches and we've gotten through some of the hiccups, one of the things that I'm going to do is we're going to wind up doing more of a marketing campaign. And so we've got marketing campaign that I'm working on now for what we can do. We're probably going to pay to have a couple of people set up booths at some conventions to talk about Fund My Comic and show it off. I'm not really a convention goer anymore, but I'm sure I can talk a couple of people into going and doing that for me.
Well, I live within driving distance of HeroCon, and that's one of the biggest ones.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so the idea is we're gonna, try to get out there and do a little bit more of that, because not only do we want to push more users to the site, but the more people using the site means more traffic, and again, we've talked about this ad nauseum, is that, when you go to Pink or Green, only 5% of their business is comic books and another 5% is games.
Yeah.
Right?
If that.
So all comics and all, so all 100% of our business is comic and games.
Mm-hmm.
So 100% of the people that visit Fund My Comic are there as they're potentially a customer.
Yeah.
Not everybody that runs to Pink or Green is potentially a customer. Now, unfortunately, Green's really got this reputation for being the place for smut books.
Yeah.
So if you go to Green, you're not even guaranteed that even though you have a comic that it's going to be the kind of book that is wanted there. Fund My Comic has really fostered and developed a reputation for being a comic book fans website where it is about story and content and not necessarily just about boobs and violence. Though there are some boobs and violence on there.
There are.
That do okay, right? But it is about, about all of those other things. And so we will be upping our game when it comes to marketing this, because we'll want more of those people. But I'm not going to be just marketing not only to potential users.
Yeah.
My big marketing push is going to be to comic book fans. And so you're gonna start seeing more mention in comic book forums. I'm going to start talking to other comic book YouTubers that don't necessarily deal with, the indies, like promoting them.
Yeah.
But maybe they talk about comic book stuff and have them talk, sponsor some of these shows so that we can have Fund My Comics ads front and center. We're going to update the ads. We're going to get, new ads, either going to make them or we're going to pay to have them done, professionally. There's some animation things that we want to have done and just some fun things I think we could do. There's some core users that have been with us for a long time that are, what we would call ambassadors. And I would love to feature some of those ambassadors, their characters in an animated ad. I think it would just be
awesome,
really fun, and ideal to do that.
There's something going on right now called Crisis on Independent Earths, and John Zalong's Box is heading it up, and that's going to have a lot of creators on there. They're talking about starting out on Kickstarter because of the more normie traffic there, but they are definitely coming to FMC at some point. And that's a lot of creators, and a lot of them haven't used our website yet, and so.
Yeah, like I said, I'm hoping that all of our updates are in place by the end of the month. I mean, all of this is already running. It's not,
Yep.
We're not in beta with this new platform, backend platform. The infrastructure has already been tested, and before they even rolled it out, they made sure that it was good to go. So.
Well, I mean, that's the selling point for FMC, is that we're backed by a corporate entity, and so we have corporate level security and technology. A lot of these people that are putting these websites up are using plugins and are using independent hosting sites and stuff like that. And
no, we pay for our own partitions on the servers and stuff, and we have backup servers in 2 or 3 different places that our site is accessed from.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've we've had a great relationship with them for now over 3 years, and
Yeah.
so I don't expect that will change any at all.
Well, I mean, when it comes to stability, you know, a lot of these people that are trying to enter the space are trying to do it with private servers that they maintain, and then, you know, they're hitting all sorts of technical issues that
That's
we don't
difficult
have.
for a comic book creator.
Yeah.
Because that's a
Right.
full-time job.
It is.
Doing all
Entirely
that
a
stuff,
full-time job, yeah.
So that's why, I mean, I've built a lot of websites.
Ray
I
told
can
me
do most of that
I've
stuff.
got the same level of security FMC has. Don't disparage plugins. My apologies,
Ray's not a
Ray.
normal
Did
guy.
not mean to
Ray-
insult you, sir.
Ray's not a normal guy, though.
He is not a normal guy.
No.
You do it for a living, Ray. Not everybody does it for a living, dude. You know.
Yeah.
Dr. Mass says, let me know. I'm going to be doing more shows. I can at least throw a flyer on my table for FMC. So,
Sure, absolutely.
Yep.
So-
Maybe just do a program where we can send like templates to people to print out stuff.
Yeah,
for
and if
their
you,
tables.
I'm going to work out so we've had the program where you can lower your platform fee by becoming an ambassador.
Right.
And so we're going to continue that program with the platform fee having to go back up to 3%. It's going to be more of an incentive to help spread the word and tell
Yeah.
more people about Fund My Comic. So
Yeah.
the ambassador program is going to be in full swing again. So I'm going to have to be doing I'll do commercials and stuff for the ambassador program. Yeah, so that's kind of what's going on with Fund My Comic.
Mhm.
We've been talking about that for about an hour now.
Half
we
an
got a
hour,
lot
yeah.
going on.
Half an hour. Yeah. We started almost at the bottom of the hour.
Yep. So that is that's the nuts and bolts back here with Fund My Comic right now.
Mhm.
And so feel free to talk about it.
Yep.
At least
If you
those
have any
things. I'm
have
really
any
excited about
questions for Luke, FMC, just ask the FMC or ask me on X, and I will forward the question.
this. Or send
Post
it to
haste.
support@fundmycomic.com.
Yep.
Or Luke
All
at
right, yeah, send it to
fundmycomic.com.
support.
Either
Yeah.
one of those will work. So
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yep, that is the key. Well, guys, what's going on in your life? Let's go to Bunny real quick. What's this?
Bunny.
That's tonight's show. That's the
Oh, look at that.
Universal's initiative, Mark Polton's campaign. He's already funded his goal, but he is looking to pad that out. This is an AI rendering of some of his art, but these are all his characters. He's given me approval to use it as a thumbnail. So
I love what they did with the FMC logo. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hot.
I've got my Grok trained to do a lot of this stuff, and it's really getting scary how good it's getting.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's
So-
stupid scary how good it's getting.
Technology's nuts right now. Yeah.
It is, and it's like I was telling somebody the other night when I was talking about Last Starfighter. I was like, this technology is going to be used by somebody, and why not have talented, passionate people with actual creativity use it? Because the hacks are they're already lining up to use it.
They're already using it. Yeah.
Yeah. We're probably already seeing scripts out by ChatGPT right now.
Oh,
in
absolutely.
Hollywood.
Oh, dude, last 10 years, DC.
Yeah.
DC and Marvel both. ChatGPT.
Oh, that
they
has been
need
out
to
for 10
ban the
years,
damn
guys.
thing. You
Yep.
can tell, and you can tell
Chat
too
hasn't
when
been
you
out for
read
10
the
years,
stories
guys.
because there's no soul in it.
No, none. No, when you got baristas talking around, sitting around a table talking,
Yeah, there's no heart, there's no art in it at all.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
it's hard to describe outside of it being bland and tasteless.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Well, I mean, when you see some of the creators they're bringing in and they're functionally illiterate, I mean, something's going on.
well, there was a big push before the C hit that they wanted everybody to start conforming to the same format script for writing. And that was obvious because they wanted to program the GPT to use it. Yeah, it's insane.
Now
that just takes all of the art out of it, you know.
Oh yeah, but I made a script the other day, and I had Grok like arrange it into the proper format, and it did a real good job.
I do like a properly arranged script in a format.
Well, there's a big difference between using something as a tool and using it as a crutch.
Page 1,
exactly.
And then page numeral 1, and it's large and bolded here, and it's small here. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier for an artist when the scripts actually look, when they have some flow to them. And it doesn't matter. I don't normally care the format. I just want it formatted.
Right.
The problem is a lot of these writers are lazy and don't format it. Don't be a lazy writer. Format it.
And ChatGPT or Grok can arrange it for you instantaneously.
They're so easy now. Yeah, it's just like, here, put this in a format it for me.
And to me, it takes half of the fun out of it.
Really?
You know, I'm like Glenn Fleming when it comes to artwork, when it comes to writing. You format that thing yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you don't put some little magical program in there to arrange everything out. The way that I write full scripts for Russ for the Atlantean, full scripts and full descriptions broken down by panel. And it's a blast to do. And the thing is with Russ's work, especially what comes back ends up being like 5 times better than what I saw in my head. It's just amazing. Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, I got it formatting, but you know, I just have it like clean it up for me, you know.
Well, yeah,
and highlight stuff.
Like I said, it's the difference between using it as a tool or a crutch.
Exactly.
You know, use it as a tool, it's completely different. Then you can put your heart into it. You can put your art into it, and you know, make it personal.
It's like I was talking about the last Starfighters dated because of the technology wasn't there when they did all these digital effects. I mean, I am all for maybe having.
Some people think this is cheating.
Yeah.
Well, that's cheating.
Right.
You can't draw a line.
Yeah.
Freehand, you're cheating.
Well, I mean, but I was saying Last Starfighter, if they could update that with AI and bring it up to, you know, level like where it would no longer look dated.
I think they're reshooting that movie now anyway, aren't they?
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure they're doing another version of it, an updated version of it. But there's a lot to be said for 80s movies and practical effects. 80s and 90s. There's a lot of that stuff just needs to be left alone.
Even Ray Harryhausen stuff has still got soul to it.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine maybe them taking that and maybe moving some of the herky jerky and just and smooth it out a little bit?
You can still watch.
With that.
Yeah. You can still watch those films just as good. Yeah.
Right.
But then again, a lot of those jerky movements, part of the charm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he had a whole process where he was like
meticulous process.
But yeah. And I can't remember what he called it. It's like something emotion that he like perfected.
Yeah.
But the expressions on those like models was more human than a lot of the actors that he was using because he couldn't afford high-dollar actors, so sometimes
I mean, there's some high-dollar actors that they've got one emotion.
Zendaya,
Jennifer Lawrence.
I mean, how many times can somebody look petulant on screen? You know, she's constipated petulant. She's scared petulant. She, you know.
That's a correct word for her
sad,
too.
It's exactly what.
Frustrated.
Yeah.
Her scared all
petulant.
Look the same.
They all look petulant, you know.
Yeah. Good
all
term.
The same.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, she did like this lovey-dovey scene with Tom Holland, and I was like, she still looks petulant.
It's like
you have other expressions, dear. You know.
I've got range.
Yeah. There you go.
They once said, "Luke, give me happy," and I go, "All right, give me angry." How about sad?
Nice smolder. Yes. There you go. Man with no name. There you go.
So crowdfunding is obviously not going away.
Wow.
Jim Lee racks up over 200K in pledges on Kickstarter.
He needs the money. Anyway.
Yeah. With 1 week left to go, the Kickstarter campaign to fund Marvel Artist Archive Jim Lee, published by Pan Universal Galactic Worldwide. Man, that's a fun name. Pan Universal.
Yeah, really.
Galactic World.
Oof.
Yeah.
Wow. Whoever decided that's a mouthful has racked up over $300,000 in pledges. Marvel Artist Archive Jim Lee is a 270-page collection of Lee's art from his time at Marvel, including his run with writer Chris Claremont on X-Men. Compiled and annotated by writer and editor Stuart Moore, the deluxe volume has a 9x12 trim size and a sewn binding so it lies flat when open.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. In addition,
Somebody's thinking.
yeah, they are. In addition to iconic comic pages and spreads, it includes process pages showing how the work evolved and interviews with numerous people, including Lee himself. The book is offered with an assortment of dust jackets and slipcases. The friendly local retail tier of the Kickstarter offers 3 copies of the campaign exclusive slipcase and 1 each of the limited edition Wolverine, Captain America, and Magneto and Rogue slipcases, plus 6 copies of X-Men #1 3D and 6 sets of X-Men #1 mini covers for $299, a 50% discount. Retailers also get a 50% discount on any add-on items. CEO John Nee told ICV2
For Pug
this is the
Worldwide.
Pug.
Yeah.
Awesome. I hope they have a great icon for
Seriously.
mascot. Yeah.
Yeah. And he told IBC that this is the first book in a new category for Pug Worldwide.
There we go.
We're
Wow.
looking at the Artist Archive line really as this hybrid thing that does give you a real good feeling of the art, but it's not just 300 pinups, he said. We have editorial material. You get behind the scenes. Pretty cool, huh?
They
$300,000.
recently published an omnibus of Alpha Flight. I need to get a hold of that.
It's 100,000 copies, probably, right? Or 10,000
Well,
for
the $300
300K. Yeah.
Well, I mean, with the John Byrne X-Men coming out, I think that's
Elsewhere,
kind of like,
yeah.
I think that's changed the industry somewhat.
Is this the same company or is this a different printing
I don't
house
know.
that's doing the John Byrne book?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who put that out.
It's interesting. I think you're going to see Marvel sublet their stuff out a little bit more and more as we go along, especially with them moving. No, DC's moving, aren't they? Out to LA.
No, Marvel's moving.
Marvel's moving, especially with Marvel moving out there. I think you're going to end up eventually having a lot of licensed stuff, comics coming
Well,
through.
if they're
That
moving to LA, they're not going to be able to afford to do anything in house.
yeah.
Why would anybody
All
move to
the
LA
good
at
artists
this point?
I mean, you don't have to do any. You don't have to
I
have
mean,
artists
it's literally
in-house anymore.
the movie Escape from LA is literally looks like what LA looks like now.
Yeah, if it was DC and they were moving, they'd end up moving to Nashville. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
why
they
not
sold their
move to
headquarters
Nashville?
and went
Nashville's
like,
growing.
you know,
Warner's and Paramount's running
yeah,
over there. Yeah,
right.
there's
right.
there's bad fake videos out there talking about how Disney World was moving to Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
Going to move it a ride at a time.
Wow. Yeah, that's right.
It's like no, that's not going to happen.
No,
They'll end up
Jim was
owning
getting
Florida
$80
before
to
that
sign
happens.
A Terrificon. Oh, okay. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
My signature is not
Jim
worth $80.
could just fall off a log and make money. People are begging Jim to put out content so they can make money off of him.
I did a New York con that Jim Lee was at as a guest. He was treated as a e-ticket ride. You had to get specific tickets in order to stand in specific line at a specific time. But on the positive side, I did get a couple of autographs from Robert Crumb, who was also a guest there, and hardly anybody at his table. So There you
Yeah, I
go.
had a conversation with Jim Shooter. They didn't even have him over with the pros. They had him over in the independent
Oh,
area.
that's crazy.
It was the last con that he went to.
Oh, yeah. I saw him about a year before he passed at Grand Rapids Con. He had a whole set of portfolios out on display, and one of them was all the memos that he passed. Man, that was I told him he needed to make that a book. He said, nobody wants to read that shit.
Well,
said,
this
we
sums
love
up
it.
Jim Shooter
We
to
love
me.
reading it.
But
Yeah.
I was complimenting. I asked the question on a show he was on about Mutant Massacre, and he said that Wheezy Samuelson basically took it over after he left, and she was the architect of it.
Mhm.
And he's like, it was very successful. It's not what I would have done, but it's very successful.
Yep.
That sums him up so much. So it's like, I would have been more successful, but it was successful. You know, it's like, oh man.
Well, he lived and breathed comics. That's for sure.
Yeah, he did. He
You know,
did.
his valiant run up to Unity is just amazing.
Yep.
So Joe Harris to write the new X-Files comic
Yay.
for Dynamite.
For Dynamite.
Chris Carter's director's cut to air on August 14th, and Hulu pilot in the works. Dynamite Entertainment will publish the new X-Files comic starting this winter, and they are bringing back Joe Harris, who wrote the previous series for IDW Publishing, as the writer. Riley Brown will be the artist for the new series. The announcement comes the day before the premiere of the X-Files I Want to Believe. Rock Frankenstein, his director's cut of the 2008 film that restores the deleted horror scenes. Hulu has also greenlit a new X-Files pilot. The X-Files is the next jewel in the crown for us at Dynamite in working with Disney and entering 20th century territory. Hot on the heels of Kelly Thompson's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, an Angel epic, said Nick Barucci, Dynamite CEO and publisher. In a statement accompanying the announcement, multiple generations have loved following the cases of Mulder and Scully, and they translate absolutely perfectly to the format and serialized nature of comic books. We're working to make sure longtime fans and newcomers will love the new stories and can't wait to share more. There we go. Little art gallery. We always love the little art galleries, don't we?
Yep.
Well, that's Mulder. That's Scully. And that's the cover. That's all we get.
Yep.
That's all we get, guys.
Well, at
All
least
the
they
teasers we get.
at least they allowed Scully to be voluptuous. You know.
I do like that.
Looks like
Pretty
Scully.
much.
Yep.
Yep. It looks like Mulder. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Most
Oni
of
is
them
going to
look like past
piggyback on Marvel's
dispensers
plans
these
with
days.
Sabrina. Check this out. So it's matching Marvel's midnight release time and discounts. So it's piggybacking off of there. Not
Special
necessarily the worst thing that they could do. Oni Press has announced a special midnight release program for Sabrina the Teenage Witch #1 that piggybacks on Marvel Comics plans for the Marvel Midnight Universe comics.
Yeah.
And they are also matching Marvel's discounts and offering a special variant cover for this issue. Oni has authorized release of the Sabrina comic at 12:01 a.m. on October 7th, the same time as the Marvel Midnight comics. And they are encouraging retailers to have midnight release parties. In addition, Oni is offering participating midnight release retailers a special open-to-order variant cover by Clore Brailsford with a special Pyre Satanic logo. That's a throwback to Archie's Christian-themed Spire comics of the 1970s and 1980s. This is the first of a planned series of surprise variants alluding to Archie's history.
I'm gonna doubt that it's
I'm
actually
happy about
like Christian themed.
Yeah.
No, Archie's kicked
Yeah,
out
they had
Christian
Christian-
comics. Yeah.
They're mocking it. Is what
They're mocking it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oni will also match Marvel's tiered discount for cover A orders with 5% off for 25 to 49 copies, 7% off for 50 to 99 copies, 10% off for 100 or more copies.
I think people are starting to find their way back to like some market innovation now that Diamond's gone, and it's like wide open, and people are having to
Here
figure
is
out.
my problem
Yeah.
with what Oni is doing. Sabrina the Teenage Witch is clearly a teen
Witch.
product,
Yeah.
right? It's a teen product. If you look at this imagery, it is cute art,
Yeah.
but yet they're trying to go with fairly satanic content. They're taking what was a fairly,
Trojan
from
horse.
what I've read, they're taking what was a fairly benign product
Yeah.
and trying to turn it into something much darker than what it was. Which I get, that's what Marvel's doing.
Well, the television show made me
But
want
the
to.
art.
I was going to say
matters.
Netflix already did that
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's horrific.
long time ago. Yeah.
It was satanic.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Oh, see, I
straight
never
up
even watched that.
satanic.
You got to do what you got to do. And Archie especially has done such a variety of stuff over the years that to try to get something to stick to the wall. That
Yep.
I mean,
What
look,
can you
there
say?
is some basic cell shading, if that at all, if
Yeah.
any at all, on this. I mean, it's the simplest of art, of shading. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it fits the old style of the comic books, but just don't know that it fits a dark content. Like, see that? It just seems.
Well, considering Five Nights at Freddy's and how many other little pseudo horror stuff that's out there for the teens, that just fits right into them.
Yeah.
I guess it does. I don't know. Man, Diamond's in the news again. Look at this. Are we serious?
They're always in the news for
The
never
future
for a
of
good
distribution
reason.
The future is now. Rolling for Initiative. This
Now
weekly column.
they died away in the 2000s.
The announcement of a proposed settlement in the long-running Diamond Comic Distributors bankruptcy case may bring a less than satisfactory ending to the part of the affair. Companies that consigned products with Diamond now get access to their products. Sparkle Pop has to charge reasonable fees to ship out companies' consigned products or allow a third-party company to do so. But the consigned products sold by Sparkle Pop are gone. With the nearly 900,000 owed, the publisher is going to the bankrupt Diamond estate
Knew that was
in
gonna happen.
exchange for dropping its claims to the inventory, to say nothing of the many millions of dollars owed publishers before the company declared Chapter 7 that will never be recovered. As a result of this, I've heard some publishers as well as retailers musing on a new distribution model, but they do not appear to have any idea as to what sort of model to pursue. For the 30 years that Diamond was around, its monopolistic power had pluses and minuses for the comic industry.
Mostly minuses.
The pluses, retailers had only had to worry about ordering from one source as long as they could generate 400 copy sales. Diamond gave small publishers access to its retail network. Comic Suite.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
right, problematic
That's
at
being
times,
generous.
made it comparatively easy to put in and receive orders.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Here are the minuses, and those two pluses that they added.
Could write a book
were
on the
stretch.
minuses just from my
Were a
experiences in the
stretch,
2000s.
by the way.
Yeah.
The minuses, freight charges were extremely high. Publishers without access to Diamond's network found it hard to gain access to comic shops. Several small distribution houses focusing on small press comics came and went over Diamond's 3 decades. Responsiveness to problems varied depending on which customer service rep you were dealing with.
There you go.
Problems affecting Diamond affected the entire industry. And there are probably more that I do not remember.
Yes.
The problem is that the comic industry, as well as the game industry, needs distributors, especially if you're not a Wizards of the Coast, Image Comics, Marvel Comics, or DC Comics.
That should be rewritten in that they need distributors who don't gatekeep.
Right.
Yeah.
And want to just make money and distribute product. It's
They
a
are
big,
certainly
big difference. It's always been a
even the
hassle.
ones that we have now are still gatekeeping.
Yes.
They weren't at first, but now they are.
Oh,
The problem
I
is
think
that
they
the
always
comic
have
industry,
been. But
Yeah,
go ahead.
the,
Sorry.
So the problem is that the comic book industry, as well as the game industry, needs distributors, especially if they're not Wizards of the Coast, Image Comics, Marvel Comics, or DC Comics. As example, take Zenescope Entertainment, which has published since 2005. We have carried Zenescope's titles off and on since its inception, but customer demand never grew big enough that we could carry more than a copy or two of any of its titles. But since Zenescope was one of the lines Diamond carried, we could add on a copy of one of their titles to our monthly orders and satisfy the customers wanting a copy. Once Diamond shut down operations, Zenescope reached out to us and other stores, offering to sell to us directly. Unfortunately, we only had those 1 or 2 customers wanting their books. Zenescope could not profitably ship us books to satisfy those customers without the freight costing more than the books. Using Filbo Distribution, which distributes Zenescope, required us to buy more copies than we could profitably sell, so we discontinued offering Zenescope. Now, Luna Distribution has announced the company has entered into an agreement to distribute Zenescope, and since we can now profitably offer the line again to our customers, we will order the books that our customers want. This is the way game distribution has worked for years. Is it perfect? Nope. But I do not see another means of distribution coming in the foreseeable future.
Well,
And
this
that
is all
is the
double
problem.
speak. It's like
The
it
line
allowed
between
them access. That's kind of like saying that, well, you can be at the funeral, but you have to stand on the hillside away from everybody
It's
else,
not
and you can't.
double speak. This is
It's
still a business. It's a passion
literally a
project
hindsight
for us, but
article.
it's a freaking business.
Yes.
These guys cannot pay. It's not financially feasible for a small shop to buy the amount of numbers that Filbo was required them to buy to distribute that book. So they couldn't do it. In order for Zenescope to directly ship them, the shipping cost more than the book itself. They would lose money. So at this point now, distributors lose money, retailers lose money, publishers lose money because it's only a couple. So the answer is not the comic book store for those publishers. It is a direct-to-customer market. It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be. That has always been the problem with the current distribution model or the past distribution model. It has to be a direct-to-customer distribution. But because we have such massive egos, we have to have our books on the store, on a shelf, in a store next to Marvel and DC, or else we've not made it. And I remember when people said, well, unless you're distributed by Diamond, if you're only crowdfunding your comic book, you haven't made it. You're not a real publisher. You're not a real artist. You're not a real comic book creator. I remember when they said that.
I remember there was
Jim Lee's books.
Sorry to break your feed there. I remember there was a time when Tony Isabella proclaimed anybody doing black and white comics isn't working in real comics either.
Look,
But
direct
sorry
to
to-
customer is, if you are a small press, that is going to be your lifeline to be able to continue to do this and see profit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just need to get a loan and or find some criminal activity somewhere and operate as a money laundering front for them, which I
There you
think
go.
Zim is still in. Zim and I are still open to that discussion.
Don't name names. Don't name names.
Don't name names. Email me, Luke at FundMyComic. I better be careful how I joke, because some people
I
that
don't
might
want to
stumble
know.
across me do
Don't
not
don't
know how I
don't
joke.
bother sending that
They
to
do not
me.
understand my dark humor. So the distribution model is broken. It has been for a long time. I don't see it getting fixed anytime soon. Why? Because the money's not there. Paper costs too much. Gas costs too much. retailers need money, distributors need money, and publishers need money. And the fact is there's not enough money to go around, and the fans that do want it are so spread out. You've just got to go find those fans, and you've got
Dispersed.
to distribute directly to them.
Yep.
But our egos get in the way, folks. And that's the problem. Sometimes our projects are ego-driven.
Well, I think a lot of the what you're seeing right now is a cutting out of the middleman apparatus. You see
That
this
has
in
that has bogged the industry for years. By
yes,
the way.
I mean, and all this was brought in by the unions and people like that, who come into things. You know, oh, nice product you got here. It was a shame if something would have happened to it. You know.
Yeah.
And
look, I just want people to read my stories.
Yeah, exactly.
Not just the ones I make, but the ones I draw for other people.
Well, I mean, but the thing about it is this what's happening right now is a streamlining process, and with the people who are being affected by it are the people who were the problem in the first place. And so they're the ones complaining. They're the ones that are saying the sky is falling, because for them it is. But it's just simply a dinosaur is dying and it's taking everything it can with it. So
I just don't want to be able to be canceled, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the pandemic of cancellations has slowed, but people are still trying to cancel people for no reason.
Yep, I had a
But
cancellation
it was
just the
already
other day.
happening. Though what people don't realize, it was already happening with Diamond. It was happening with the green section. People were getting canceled because they couldn't.
We were left to the whims of the representatives, and they were unfettered as far as we could tell back in the late 90s and early 2000s. We heard conflicting stories from many different publishers, and all of them ended up costing them money to either Rep or Diamond in order just to be included into the catalog. It was crazy there for a while, just nuts. And we had retailers coming to us demanding to know why we were shorting Diamond when they ordered 5 copies and we're only getting 3. And we had to explain to them that Diamond was setting the purchase orders and Diamond was setting the amount that everybody was getting, not us. And from the way we could figure it, it looked like we were being cut out about 20%, 25% of the actual numbers that were coming through.
There you go.
From what we were
really
hearing from
frustrates
other
me.
retailers and how they were being shorted. So it was
Well,
crazy.
what really frustrated me about that whole process.
And you think
was
they'd
this
just be out there
phrase-
to make money, you know, and to move product.
Well,
Go ahead.
What
Sorry.
frustrated me about the whole process was this phrase called market viability.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's going to take me a second to brew this up for you, okay? Market viability. The problem with a singular gate and a singular path to the field, in order to find out if the market does indeed have viability, and there happens to be this guy standing in the way that says your product doesn't have market viability. Well, how do you know? You've yet to present it to the market to see if it has viability. That's the problem with market viability, right? It happens in every industry. Christian music has gatekeepers, market viability. Comic books, market viability. It honestly is why I started Fund My Comic. If you can go in there and do the hard work to make sure that your project is well communicated, you can post it up there to see if it has market viability. And some people don't have market viability, and they want to blame me and Fund My Comic because they don't have it. But the truth is, they weren't getting picked up by Diamond, and they're not funding on the other platforms. It is not Fund My Comic's fault. We have given you an opportunity to prove whether or not you have market viability.
Right.
Maybe part of your viability is that you're lazy and you didn't do it. But here's the thing. We have proven with Arrow Comics that what they said has not, Well, there's no market viability to that. We have proven that there is market viability because we have put in the work. We have done all of the communications. We have created the marketing plans. We have gone out there and we have grind until we're exhausted to sell these books. And what did they do? They sold.
Yeah.
We have copies. We have numbers that we can look back and prove that we've sold. Hybrids has been a profitable endeavor for me. I have made more money on hybrids than I have spent on it. I've made probably a 30% profit over the life of the nine issues that have currently published.
And hopefully there'll be more shortly.
Yeah.
Hopefully there'll be more shortly.
As a fan.
So that
well,
is my
one of the things
problem.
one of the things we're discovering as the gatekeeping apparatus dies, as the critical class have lost all viability, and as all these online mouthpieces have kind of like been shown to be shills and paid actors and things like that, people are starting to completely distrust all of that, and they're starting to go and look at things with their own eyes, and we're seeing things that the gatekeepers wouldn't have allowed, and they can't disallow it now. 3 of the biggest movies of the last year were from YouTubers that basically went around the whole entire apparatus. They didn't even go for distributors, and they managed to make it to the market, and they made significant profit. We're talking over 100%. We're talking like 200 and 300%, and like Obsessions, in that case. But the bottom line is what is happening right now is a realignment of all of pop culture into this new structure where everybody goes straight to the source now, because we cannot trust anybody else to tell us what the truth is. And that's a positive thing for the future. It's a lot more work in the short term, but it's a positive thing for the future. And look at all this awesomeness.
Seeing a lot more green than yellow on that page. That's good to see. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll be honest, right now has been the toughest stretch for crowdfunding that we have seen since the inception of this website. It has been a rough go for everyone on the site. People that would normally double and triple what they're doing right now are still running into issues just because, and I guess some people, I mean, I understand where you might think, well, if I take this somewhere else, maybe I can, and you might make a bit, but when I go to Pink or Green, I'm not seeing people there making the money that they used to make.
No.
You still have to steer people to the site in order to get them to purchase. So
you can, retail sales stuff is never a set it and forget it situation.
No.
It never is. And sadly, what we run into is we think, well, I'm a comic book creator. I just want to, once I've made it, people just flock to it. Not unless they know about it.
Yeah.
Right? You can have a pretty recognizable name, and if you don't tell anyone about the project you just launched, guess what? No one's going to back it.
Yep.
Yep.
They might stumble upon it, and it happens, but I'll be honest, all my money right now goes in my gas tank.
Well, it's kind of like the Chinese
Or
empty
into this
cities,
website.
where they built all these cities and expected people to move in, and they're just sitting there empty. I mean, massive cities like the size of like a mid-sized, American city, and they're just sitting there with like very little occupancy whatsoever, because even if you build it, doesn't necessarily mean they will come.
Right,
Field of Dreams lied to you.
And we ran into the same thing, wondering if people would actually come and use the Film My Comic when we first built it. I mean, and it doesn't matter.
But they have come, haven't they?
They have come, yeah. And you know, this project wasn't supposed to last more than a year, and then it was, oh, it won't make it 3 years, and here we are at 3 years, getting ready to, you know, offer a massive update to everything. Yeah, it's, and really, honestly, this thing started just because I wanted to be able to crowdfund and not worry about getting canceled.
Yeah.
And to be able to keep more of my own money. Sadly, I've kept less of my own money because it keeps going right back into this website, trying to update and build things and do things for it. So that backfired on me, and I blame you, Bunny.
Yeah, I know.
It's your fault.
It is entirely my fault. Yeah.
It is entirely your fault, and I blame Ray because he jumped on your bandwagon.
Yep. Yep.
So I said, "Oh, yeah, check this out. It looks like I can have a couple other people on this website with me."
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
Bunny, like,
and I
"You
spoke up
should-"
and I was like, well, why don't you open this up to everybody, you know?
Yeah, and little did I know
Yeah.
what that would bring. You know what's funny? I hear these WNBA players complain about getting, you know, death threats and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, look, you're famous now. You should be thankful that you're getting death threats. That means that you've made it.
Yep.
I mean, I run a small website that is so niche that probably only a couple hundred people really truly know about it. Like, know who I am, know me.
Mm-hmm.
Thousands of people know about it, obviously, but probably only a couple hundred know that it's me. And I've received death threats because of the website.
Wow.
And I was not upset by that. I was like, sweet, we made it. When you become a public figure, to any degree, any kind of public at
You
all,
love me. You really,
become a
really
target.
love me.
You become a target. Like, I know that there are people right now that they will want to use my name to either build credibility for themselves by either mentioning my name, as in like name dropping or whatever, or by trying to tear my name down in order to build their name up.
Yep.
Do you think I lose sleep over that? I don't.
Well, I mean, there was a cancellation attempt just this week. I did not involve myself. So.
What happened?
It was Vicky Verse. I think she went after Cecil for a late book or something like that. And then Donald
Cecil?
DeLay didn't help out by he popped up and says, "Oh, I haven't gotten any of the script, you know. I've only got a few pages done or whatever." So
Look, you back certain people, you know the book's gonna be late.
it's called
their
Cash
charm.
Grab, kids.
It's part of their charm. You're asking a professional adult
Yep.
who does not make comic books for a living. The dates are not guaranteed dates. They're the estimated dates. It's the hope for date.
Yep.
There's a hope for date. And you know what? A lot of times you don't get those dates. You don't hit them. You don't hit them. I've run into that in my own personal life, my own stuff.
Even when you have everything done.
I just wonder, what
you
does this
still
woman
hit
do
delays.
for a living?
Well, it's funny because some of the same people that complain about late books are behind on their rent and their bills.
And can barely keep their cats fed. In her case.
The book's late. Well, so's your rent, so shut up.
Lots and lots of cats.
Working
Lots
on
of
it.
cats.
Art takes a long time.
Yeah, it does.
Crying out loud.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on stuff now, and I'm like, man, pages that used to take me just a little bit of time, now I'm like, so much more detail, and I'm like, I'm either gonna have to, like, not, I'm gonna have to start sucking.
Gonna have to start sucking. Is that what it is?
So I can draw faster.
I've seen some
I'll tell
panels
you
you've
what.
done recently. You're not anywhere near suckage, my friend.
Hybrids
so-
number 1 happened in like a week.
Okay, I can believe that.
Yeah.
That's it from
I need to
Trash
suck.
Man's haircut.
You suck goes real fast. I just, I just started cutting my hair like Trash Man. 'Cause
There
it,
you
like,
go.
was like the only one I could remember.
Yeah, just
Tell
need
the
to get a little
barber.
more higher and tight.
Just,
Yeah, there you go.
It usually is. It's grown out a little bit. But, guys, I think it's about time to get out of here.
Yeah, we're talking about your haircut. It's
fun.
time
Yeah,
to
there we go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. You're talking about haircut. That's
I was just going to say, I think I took a week drawing Spank the Monkey #1, but that was because the numbers come in so big on it that had to do something. So
yeah.
Everybody
solicited-
likes a little bit of spanking in their life.
yeah,
so.
made up a big amount of stuff and sent in the proposal, and they just loved the covers so much I had to go back and do what I had written. I had
Everybody loves
planned
Spank
on
the monkey.
I had
Yeah.
planned on it being a big screw off to the whole to Diamond and the industry, but those numbers come in too good. So
Guys, I think I have bad news.
Uh-oh.
I think that my Cop Rock song,
Oh no.
I've made
just
it
got
popular
struck?
again.
huh?
And it keeps getting. I think that's why all of my
Yeah.
Nerd Bacons are getting struck now
Mm.
because of Cop Rock.
I got struck for the freaking opening crawl of the Looney Tunes show. For I used to have opening crawl for one of my shows, and every one of them got like demonetized because of it.
Hmm.
And I
That's
didn't. It's
ridiculous.
like yeah, da 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 da.
But do you think it's gonna make me stop playing the song?
There you go.
Probably not.
No. Why? Because I do what I want.
Because let's be
Do what we
careful
want.
out there.
Because I do what I want.
Yep.
Can't nobody
You do what
tell
you
me
want.
nothing.
Yeah. There you go.
Before we go, I just want to say Atlantean 5 campaign will start up hopefully here in the next week.
Uh-huh.
The artwork is almost done. It's going to be like a double-sized issue, 2 full-length stories in it. Both of them are really, really good. And I'm not just saying that because I wrote them, but the artwork on it is incredible. It's going to be a great, great book when it comes out, and can't wait for you to read it.
Yeah.
And
looking for
make
that?
sure you
That-
make sure you check out the Telepathic Bunny and the FMC channel. The FMC Arena tonight is going to talk to Mark Polton about the Universal's initiative comic that is currently funded on FMC.
There we go.
So
Here we go,
that'll be
guys.
6 o'clock tonight.
Guys, leave that wood pile high and you found it.
Please
Hold
do.
that
Be
morning
careful
chair
out
down.
there. Yep.
Be careful out there.
Let's be careful out there. Let's be careful out there. We had a 187 at the 7-Eleven on the corner of 4th and Main. 2 Caucasians of the male persuasion put a bullet through the cashier's brain. Moving on, I see a 211, half a dozen 459, 2 ADWs, a GTA, and several miscellaneous crimes.